They're playing smart, and they've had a couple of scoring chances. They've had 2 power plays, Victor. It may come down to the fact they have to score on a special team situation to stay in this game. But down 1-0 after the first period, I think they'd gladly take that.
Well, the special teams have not been good for Latvia in this tournament. 0 for 13 on the power play, and they've got the worst penalty kill at the under-18s as well. And the United States start on the power play with the Seniaks in the box. For about 40 seconds here of 5-on-4. Matthew Boldy to the near side. Looking to dish off. Will toss a backhand pass to Fensori at the point. He'll work it across. Back to Boldy, and that one just missed him. And his pass intended for Fensori, deflected off a Latvian stick back to center.
So the second unit starting here. Fensori quarterbacking. Michael Gilden in front of the net.
Now here's Thrun with a shot. Stopped by Silovs, and the rebound is settled and cleared by Latvia.
2 defenders on that second unit. Henry Thrun and Dominic Fensori. Only 1 defender, Cam York, on the first unit.
Now Vlasic with it, back to full strength. His pass is deflected by a Latvian. Now skating in, Ozil's muscle to the ice. Gets right back up though, and he's got some help from Pulks.
A little bit sloppy there by Alex Vlasic, and he recovers, and a little bit of a 3-on-1 there for Latvia late in their penalty kill.
Now here's John Beecher, just couldn't settle the puck, nearly had a 2-on-1. As now Vlasic has it. Can't do much with it though. He's a little handcuffed. Say has gotten away. Vlasic takes it back to the net. That one drifts right in on Silovs, and he hangs on for the whistle.
Good traffic in front from Beecher on that screen. The point shot by Alex Vlasic, but almost 6'7". The cousin of Mark Edward Vlasic, who may have a big hockey game tonight. Playing his 7th game for the San Jose Sharks. He came back in the lineup after an injury, and has been a whole difference in that series. But Alex, a cousin of Mark Edwards with American citizenship, growing up in Illinois.
Just outside Chicago. And there's a shot to the net, and that one just missed. Maybe looking for a deflection as Silovs bailed out. Now York up the middle. Hughes with a shot. That's stopped by Silovs. The rebound's loose. There's going to be a penalty here. There's a Latvian down on the goal mouth. This will be high sticking. I think it's going to go to Jack Hughes on the United States.
Brandt's down on the ice. It may be Hughes. It may be Trevor Zegras here coming across. Oh no, it was a stick. As Hughes followed through with the shot, you can see the stick come up and catch Brandt's right there. Catch him up high on the side of the head. So an offensive play gone awry. Ends up with Jack Hughes in the box. A frustrated Jack Hughes in the box. You know, they come into a game like this and they naturally think, with the scoring abilities we have, we're going to rack it up, but they have to be patient. They're going to get their opportunities. They can't force it.
This was just held in at the blue line. 2 of the 3 USA penalties have happened deep in Latvian territory in this game. And Silovs stops it for Brandt's behind the net. He lost his glove, did Silovs, but he'll have a chance to go back and get it as Latvia break out.
Now Brandt should be off the ice here. He was the one that drew the penalty by staying down with the high stick. Referees may have slipped on that one because number 2 should not be out on the ice right now.
The underage defenseman will fire this one up through the neutral zone. Into the corner it goes. Pulks is there, tries to handle it out to the front. Latvia already 0 for 2 on the man advantage today. Pulks behind the net to the short side, and a shot there was fought off. That one from Christian Janssens. The only player on Team Latvia with 2 points in this tournament. Is a penalty here coming to Latvia halfway through the man advantage. It'll be interference. Will give us some 4-on-4 action.
Andre Schrubach with that call, and this is the 3rd penalty of the game that's been taken in the offensive zone. 2 by the U.S. and 1 by the Latvians. Frustrating for a coach when you're taking penalties in the offensive zone. Little interference play there. We see Janssens, the 2-point scorer you mentioned, taking that penalty, that big body trying to set a pick and create some space for his line mate. Little 4-on-4, a little more space out here.
We'll see who uses it to their advantage, as the United States will have a full minute on the power play at the expiration of the 4-on-4 time. Now it's center. Pass is deflected off the boards, and sweeping right in for it is Boldy. Look to center to Beecher, and Silov's got his paddle down to block it. Now Beecher to the point, snaps it across to Fensori, off the boards. He'll switch with Beecher. Now he'll go all the way to the far side. Stops up and drops it for Boldy to the face-off dot. Boldy still with it, looking to lead Fensori with a pass. He will field this off the boards. Backhands it back to Boldy. Give it back to Fensori. Fensori makes a slick move through one. Turns back around, shoots it to the net. Beecher in front. Can't pull the trigger. Now Boldy by the USA bench. 5-on-4 for Team USA. The Latvians will clear it early on.
You mentioned Matthew Boldy leading the tournament with 7 assists.
Here's a play developing with Jack Hughes to the front of the net, and that's floated just wide by Alex Turcotte. Now here's Jack Hughes with it again. Passes over to Cam York onto the near side. It's Cole Caufield. Snaps it back. Jack Hughes to Caufield. Thought about shooting. Looks back across, and a pass is deflected. Now Jack Hughes down low for Zegras. Alex Turcotte sets up in front. Jack Hughes has it down low and tries to slip it through. Now Caufield from the corner delivers it to York at the blue line. Sharp angle from Hughes, and he swept that one just wide, and that'll effectively clear it back into American territory.
Great puck movement by the U.S. team.
Power play expires as Jack Hughes plays it back. Caufield with a shot, and he rips that off the glass. Now Turcotte to York. Passes over to Caufield, feeds it off on the wing, rushing to the net, and run into there was Zegras. Now Caufield takes it again, looking to slip that through on the glove side. USA still control here with excellent pressure. Caufield passes to the corner for Zegras. Zegras back to Caufield to the net. Scores! There it is. A broken record for a record breaker. 10th of the tournament, and Cole Caufield has the most goals in a single under-18 World Championship by an American player.
And another goal scorer's goal for Cole Caufield. I might say that every time he scores because he seems to find a way, but a little wraparound pass by Trevor Zegras. Really, really smart little pass here as he wraps it around. Caufield going to the net, head up the whole time, stick in shooting position. And a 10th goal in the 4th game of the tournament for Cole Caufield, breaking the record of 9 set by Phil Kessel in 2005.
What a tournament it's been for Cole Caufield. Goals in every preliminary game. 3 against the Swedes, 4 against the Russians, 1 against Latvia, or rather, sorry, 4 against the Slovakians, and 2 against Team Russia. Here's another shot in from the wing. That just misses.
The preparedness of him to take that pass, because that's a tricky pass from Zegras. Zegras is going the other way, wraps it around his body, and puts it right on Cole Caufield's stick.
Cole Caufield strikes again, and it's a 2-goal lead for Team USA.
Elite goal scorers come in all shapes and sizes, and Cole Caufield has broken the record. The single tournament goal leader in World Junior history. Breaking the record of 9 set by Phil Kessel. Look at the names on that list. Brett Sterling, a great goal scorer. Austin Matthews, Patrick Kane, Patrick O'Sullivan. Some terrific names on that list.
Wait, O'Sullivan and Sterling were both on that 2002 under-18 team. That was the year Alex Ovechkin set the tournament record with 14 in a single tournament. He did that as an underage player as well. And for Cole Caufield, 14 is very achievable.
Might that be in his sights? 4 games in, that was the funny thing to look at on that list. The number of games played. And we're only halfway through the 4th game.
Second all time is 11. That's Ilya Kovalchuk and Nikita Kucherov, a pair of Russians. So there's a little breathing room between 2 and number 1. Either way, Cole Caufield is in some elite company and might be in a class of his own by the time it's all said and done. Latvia looked to strike back for Tolins with a centering feed blocked by Alex Vlasic. Out of the point. Shot from Matejko is blocked. Another shot from the blue line is blocked as well. This one from Sayas. He's the only player on Team Latvia who doesn't play domestically at home. Plays his junior in Switzerland with Geneva.
So important in club development to keep these players at home, not let them wander all over the world. And it's so common now to move to play hockey. And Latvians, Riga in particular, the program, 2 club teams in Riga, and they're managing to keep the juniors there. They can keep them vertical in their organization. They can play games up with the big teams and help with their development.
Here's Marshall Warren, looks to center on the backhand. Comes back out, and a hard shot from Case McCarthy is stopped by the blocker Silovs. A lot of these players will get calls to the pro team throughout the year as well. Some will play in Russia too, as this is iced by Team USA. Of course, there's a KHL team, Dynamo Riga, plays as well professionally. Artur Silovs has actually been a practice goalie for the KHL team in Riga.
What a valuable experience, the way the programs are built with the big club and then vertically down through the age groups, and just such an advantage. And I would say it lets you build a structure, and that's what they've shown pretty well today. Maybe not the individual talent the U.S. team has, but they've been very disciplined in the way they've played the game. Smart, methodical. They will have to take chances to score goals. They've had 3 power plays.
Some of these Latvian players too play in the MHL, which is the Russian Junior League, as Petrovic drags it through to the front of the net. No shot. Actually, Patrick Zabazov is a teammate of Vasily Podkolzin on Vityaz Podolsk. A shot right in onto the glove of Silovs. That from Patrick Moynihan is stopped.
Good looking trail by Patrick Moynihan there, coming in a little bit late on the rush. Turcotte sees him, puts it right on his tape, and a nice quick release by Moynihan. Silovs with the big glove coming up. Like Patrick Moynihan's energy out there. Providence bound to play for the Friars and Nate Lehman, one of the elite programs right now in college hockey.
Kristaps Skrashits to take this face-off against Alex Turcotte. Puck is claimed by Bobby Brink, committed to the University of Denver in a few years. Though Portland and the WHL own his major junior rights. The shot from Turcotte doesn't get through. The Portland Winterhawks have produced some pretty good Americans too in the past.
Boy, they sure do. A couple of them going on right now. Seth Jones with Columbus. Moving on to the 2nd round. Oliver Bjorkstrand as well with Columbus.
There is Bobby Brink.
You know, 2 shot blocks right after that 2nd goal may have been a telltale sign that the Americans are still in their mode. The excitement of a record-breaking goal like that sometimes can make you lean for the next one rather than worrying about your own end. And U.S. forwards come up with 2 good shot blocks on that next sequence, played a good shift in their own end, and then took the puck the other way and started to create some offense.
Now it's center ice. This one's just moved in, but it was a late offside, so Mix Tumanovs couldn't play it. Pass is fanned on. Grant steps in the way. Tumanovs at the side of the net, reels it in. Matthew Boldy's watching him intently, but Tumanovs will pass it up to center ice. crossing over the blue line. Long shot in on Spencer Knight. That's the 5th of the game for Latvia. That one from Alexander Biskins.
A couple of the players that have stood out for me today. Brandt, certainly. Big Rudolph Pokes, 6'3" centerman. Good-looking player. Kohorenkov's good-sized centerman as well. So what great exposure for these young men with all the NHL scouts and CHL scouts in attendance at an event like this to come up and play a really solid game against this U.S. team so far. Only down by 2 halfway through.
There's Jack Hughes, comes out to the near side, to the blue line. Vlasic is knocked down by Cole Caufield, but Latvia right back on it. Have to get on side. They do. Shot is punched well wide of the net. Now Scratchit's on the backhand across, and a stop from Spencer Knight. That's his best of the game. Ralph Yevdokimov's is right on the doorstep. Now coming the other way, Cole Caufield drops it back on the nets off the moorings. That was a promising looking play, but no dice for Team USA. They still lead 2-0. Again in Örnsköldsvik is Team USA with a 2-0 lead in hand over Latvia. Eyes as well on Group A action with Finland and Switzerland. Right now a 6-0 lead for the Finns. And a shot from the wing, scores! Sneaks through the pad is Silovs. Looks like it'll be Cam York. And the Americans jump out to a 3-0 lead.
And the second goal of the tournament for Cam York. He had a couple of helpers early on running the top of that point in the power play. Little feed in from Jack Hughes and a swing around and good traffic coming across from Cole Caufield. He takes Sayers across the front of the net and creates a little bit of a screen there. Silovs can't find that puck, and Cam York gets his second tally of the tournament.
Most points among a defenseman so far at this year's under-18s.
And the Latvians have to be careful now that this game does not get away from them in the last 9 minutes of the second period.
Now John Beecher in the corner. Got the scoring started today for Team USA. Marshall Warren with the assist on the Beecher goal, and it was a nice one. This time his pass goes all the way down the ice, and Jack Hughes with the lone assist as well. Now Hughes is threatening his point total at 12 last year. He'll inevitably get over that before this tournament is over. The American record for points in a single tournament belongs to Phil Kessel at 16. And that could be overtaken by both Jack Hughes and Cole Caufield.
Well, and famously, when they set the respective records, Hughes for points and Caufield for goals, it was in a game against the Green Bay Gamblers, which Cole Caufield got 6 goals. But they broke the record on the same play and cut the puck in half for their trophy rooms. True teammates, true line mates.
They won't have to split the puck in half for the last record-setting goal for Cole Caufield. It's just been like it's a milestone watch every game for these two. If the year has gone on, whether it be with US NTDP or at international tournaments.
And anytime, Victor, you watch two great young players play together, you wonder if one is driving the other and what they would play like separated. And, you know, watching Nathan McKinnon, Jonathan Drouin coming up through the Halifax Mooseheads, people wondered who's the driver, and some nights it was McKinnon and some nights it was Drouin. As you're watching here, a little bit different here in that Hughes a little bit more of the setup guy, certainly capable of scoring, but a little bit more of the setup guy. And Caufield a little bit more of the pure goal scorer.
Wonder if there's any New Jersey Devils right now wondering what playing on a line with Jack Hughes might look like.
And how high will Cole Caufield go in this draft?
He's got to be a top 10 pick at this rate as Patrick Moynihan sweeps one just wide of the net. But there's a lot of Team USA players in the top 10 conversation. Matthew Boldy, of course, Trevor Zegras, Alex Turcotte as well. Just an excellent draft here overall. for USA Hockey.
Well, it really is, and our good friend Craig Button, the director of scouting for TSN and our resident general manager.
Here's a play to the front of the net. Moynihan had a bouncing puck, couldn't punch it on net.
Has a number of these. Jack Hughes is consensus number 1. Zegras, he has it number 4. Cole Caufield, he has it number 10, but feels is rising. Matthew Boldy, he has it number 7. So those 4 players in the top 10. Alex Turcotte at number 8. So 5 in the top 10 total. His numbers will change after this tournament, as they always do. A chance to see the best against the best. Change the final ratings right up to the draft, but some pretty elite company for those players that I mentioned.
And to pick up on my thought there about Finland up 6-0 on Switzerland, that game is important because if Finland win in regulation, which it looks like they will play Team USA in the quarterfinals. And although this has been a disaster of a tournament for the Finns, narrowly avoiding the relegation final if that score holds, they are the defending champs, and they've got some good players. That won't be an easy quarterfinal game for Team USA, will it?
It will not be at all, and you think of a team in Finland that's won 2 of the last 3 gold medals, 2016 and 2018. 2018, the U.S. lost in the gold medal game. In 2016, the U.S. came home with the bronze. So Finland, in their last 3 years, 2 golds and a silver. Winning their first game of the tournament. They're a really dangerous matchup because they can save the tournament.
Clearly, they've
in the quarterfinals
awoken offensively today. It was 6 already against Switzerland.
In coaching and management, you dreaded playing a team in that situation, a short series. Once you go into single elimination, the true adage that anything can happen will happen. And the Finns, if they're breaking out of it now, will be a really dangerous opponent.
Here's Jack Hughes, shuffles across. Picked up by Marshall Warren to the net with a body in front. Bobby Brink was there. That was stopped by Silovs. The big shock in Group A has been to play Belarus with a couple of huge wins. They just lost in overtime to Switzerland, so they got a point out of that as well. They shocked Finland and then beat the Czechs in the opener. The Czech Republic will play Canada later today. Team USA is still in control, up 3-0 over Latvia. Cruising along through the second period and the final game of the preliminary stage for Team USA. They're on the power play again, and a quick shot, a stop, rebound, scores! Cole Caufield does it again. Multi-goal games. It's automatic for him at this point.
Nowhere to hang out, Mr. Goal Scorer. Good quick puck movement off that power play start. Face-off win. And a goaltender changes. Archer Silovs on his way out. Rudolph Lasdin's on his way in. The 4th goal. Turcotte in front of that net. But Caufield, look at the angle he puts that puck in.
Well, he scored a few from ridiculously sharp angles in this tournament, hasn't he?
And I think maybe the official goal scorer, potentially the cameraman, thinks that's Alex Turcotte that got that. He would have a helper on it, but Cole Caufield with the goal.
So Rudolph Lasdin's in the net for Latvia as Silovs gets the hook. He had played through all 3 games prior to this one for Team Latvia.
And played very well tonight.
So Cole Caufield with 11 in the tournament now ties Nikita Kucherov and Ilya Kovalchuk for 2nd all-time for goals in a single tournament at the Under-18 Worlds.
It's funny how they keep pace, too. Jack Hughes getting an assist on that one as well. Trevor Zegras with the 2nd assist. I thought maybe Turcotte had touched that in front of the net on the way across to Caufield. But just knowing the angle, sees the shot coming. It's like a great rebounder in basketball. He sees the shot coming, He knows the angle it's coming off the goalie at, and it's a one-timer back into the net. But the adjustments he can make as the puck is coming towards him truly make him a unique goal scorer.
Offside at the USA blue line for Latvia. Again, we mentioned they're into the quarterfinals. They finished no better than 9th before in this tournament. As Artur Silovs a little distraught on the bench, but lots to be proud of still for him in this tournament.
Well, earlier he had lost his glove and not happy about it. But a number of good saves today, and the decision would be made that they're going to save him now for the quarterfinals on Tuesday. Get him out halfway through the game. Get Rudolf Lasdins a little action. Silovs had played all of the minutes up to date, so get young Lasdins in the game, let him get the feel of it, and more importantly, a little breather for Artur Silovs ahead of that preliminary or the quarterfinal on Thursday.
So Silovs and Lasdins are teammates on HS Riga and Latvia. As now we get a little rough stuff along the boards. We haven't really seen much of that in this tournament. Michael Gilden's in there.
We haven't at all, but it started on the last faceoff, Victor. A little shot by Gildens on the last faceoff after the goal, right at center ice. That's where that started. And then I think one of the teammates, this is the same positional situation coming at you right now, is started on the faceoff.
So a Latvian and an American will sit in the box. That's Gilden on the drive to the net, catches a piece of Lasdins.
And he did catch a piece of his head too on the way by. Inadvertent contact, but nonetheless contact. Teammates getting in and protecting their goaltender is the trademark of a hockey player.
So a little 4-on-4 action for the second time in this contest. Raymond Svitolin sits in the box for roughing on the Latvian side. Blowing a tire, but Dominic Vensori caught a piece of it. Latvia on the breakout, but the pass was just trailing Ravis Ansons. Now Matthew Boldy back the other way with a chance to the net, and that's stopped by Lasdins as Boldy rolled it right through into the slot.
Ernest Osniks couldn't get that pass through on the 2-on-1 turnover in the neutral zone for the U.S. team and couldn't quite complete that. And then all of a sudden it's coming back the other way, and Matthew Boldy with a little toe drag around the D. Boy, there's a lot of room out there in 4-on-4, Victor, for this talented group.
Jack Hughes will take this face off, and he wins it right back to Henry Thrun. Now taken by Cam York, who takes a quick shot that's fended off by Lasdins. But Team USA treat 4-on-4 like it's a power play the way they set up, and the puck here is knocked off the stick of Jack Hughes.
The one thing I will say about Jack Hughes is he uses the entire ice, and I say that in a good way and a challenging way, because he'll use the space across the top of the blue line very confidently, but it's a dangerous area, and the real good players get to use that area. But it's dangerous, and if you get it picked off like he did there, it can go the other way. We've seen that a few times in this tournament. He uses the space between his defensemen as an offensive area for himself, and if it's picked, it's gone.
Now Latvia will set up 4-on-4. Puck comes to Skrashits behind the net. Passes out on the backhand. Flutters to Tumanovs. Finds Zabazovs on the wing. Patrick Zabazovs high in the slot with a long shot, stopped by Spencer Knight. Now Skrashits takes it behind the net. Stripped of it though by Cam York. This one will go all the way down the ice. Icing is waved off though as Patrick Ozils collects it. He'll take it right back. Hits the line with some speed. Ozils on the wing. A shot again stopped by Knight as he turns it aside, and now on the counter rush, here's John Beecher with a head of steam to the nets. Scores! John Beecher darts in toward the Latvian net and slides it home for his second of the game.
Big Big-time speed by John Beecher on that one, down the left side. A big power forward move as well, but great speed by Beecher. He sees the space ahead of him and just absolutely wheels around Mataiko. Little 5-hole on Lusdens. And a smile on his face, his third goal of the tournament. He started the scoring in this tournament. What speed by the Michigan-bound centerman. Group of happy parents there.
It's a pretty big man too, and John Beecher at 6'3", 203, coming at you full speed.
A 4-on-4, there's a lot of ice out there. Talked about the talent, but the speed is such a factor, and Beecher showing every bit of that speed on that goal.
Owen Lindmark throws this one around to Bobby Brink. Lindmark getting a look on the second line again with Alex Turcotte out there too. Or rather, check that, it's Matthew Beniers. So Beniers with Brink and Lindmark as John Wrobleski allows everybody to get some ice time in this contest. So this one is whipped up to center. Now here's Beniers, the underage, sidesteps the defenseman but couldn't finish off the play.
I spoke at 3-0 about the chance for this game to get away from the Latvian team, who had played so well through the first part of this hockey game, down only 1-0 after the first period. Now with 4 in the second period, the U.S. team can clearly sense it.
Now over the blue line, Owen Lindmark to the net, had his shot stuffed. Just over half a minute now to go in the second. Latvia looking for some offense. Bobby Brink takes it away, stretches it down the ice again. Now on the wing, it's left back. Brink to the nets, and that one's sealed off.
Fensori with the rush. He picked it up on the outside and kept the speed going all the way around.
Now behind the net, comes back up high to Warren, passes across for the defenseman Fensori. Tries to make a move to get around Ligas. Back to center, a 2-on-1 for Latvia, but can they beat the clock? They can't. Svanenberg's mishandled the pass. And nothing cooking for Latvia through 40 minutes in this game. John Beecher with 2, Cole Caufield with 2, a record-setting goal as well. And Team USA are out in front comfortably.